Sound check. Hi. Some audio notes first before we proceed. My conversational English is not good, so pardon me if you happen to encounter errors in grammar, errors in pronunciation, or if I get tongue-tied elsewhere. Now, this presentation would be centered on voice-activated commands for Company of Heroes Eastern Front mod. I am playing the latest version of Eastern Front mod as of June 2012, which is version 1.6.0.1, and the core Company of Heroes version used here is version 2.602. This presentation is done on an MSI GX640 laptop with the following settings. Okay, now why voice activated commands? Reason number one is easy spawning soldiers, buildings, vehicles, etc. etc. Reason number two is that there's easy use of commander abilities, be it your army's ability or that of your opponent. So later on, I'll be demonstrating the God of War ability by the Soviets and V1 rocket barrage and Firestorm ability by the Germans using Soviet soldiers. Okay. Now, thanks to VAC system, all of those convenience, the easy spawning and the easy use of commander abilities, all done via voice commands. Okay, so all you have to do is just point where you'd like something spawned and it will be spawned without going through the regular keyboard combination of CheatMod. Okay. Oh, by the way, I am not connected with the developers of VAC system or VAC software. I just want to share this with you as I thought it's cool and useful. Okay, so let's start up this skirmish match by setting up our soldiers here. We'll be using the Soviet soldiers as mentioned, and our opponent will try the Panzer Elite soldiers, Panzer Elite units. And let's set this to hard computer. Okay, we'll use the included EF Vienna 2 skirmish map with the win condition of annihilate, no population cap. Now let's try the skirmish mode now. Start the game. Takes a while to load. It's taking forever. Alright, it's done. Okay, so start as start with this setup here. Notice that our map has the fog war still on. Okay, so usually what you do without the cheat, of course, is you spawn your engineer first. Okay, and they'll be the one to build your barracks, your tank hall, etc. etc. Okay, let's wait for it to get built. Okay, to produce. Okay, they can build these base structures, okay? But with the voice activated cheats, you can just point to where you'd like the base structure spawned, and it will be spawned. So let's try to activate the trainer first. Okay, activate trainer.
Trainer enabled.
All right, so notice that we already have added resources. Okay, now to build, say for example, a mustering tent, just point to where you'd like it built and it will be spawned. All you have to do is say the command. So the command for the barracks is, or the mustering tent is, add barracks, or simply barracks. Okay, so let's try it. Barracks. There's a barracks. It's easy as that. Okay, so another one is support barracks. Let's try it. Okay, support barracks. And there's our support barracks without these lazy engineers doing anything. Okay, now let's try the tank hall. Let's try to put the tank hall wait, maybe here. Okay, so the command for the tank hall is simply build tank hall or tank hall. Okay, so let's try it. Tank hall, and there's our tank hall. Okay, then after the tank hall, what other base structure can we build? Oh, the armory. So let's try the armory here. So the code or the command for that is build armory, or simply armory. Let's try it. Armory. And there's our armory. We could then do the building upgrades. Okay, just like that. Like that. Alright. Now, we now have the buildings. So I have already demonstrated the spawning of base structures. So how about spawning of soldiers? Okay, so we could just spawn soldiers by, for example, to spawn engineers. Just point to where you'd like it spawn and say build engineer, or add engineer, or simply engineers. So let's try it. Engineers. And there's our engineers. Okay, so what if you'd like to spawn, just we have here Strelky or maybe shock guards. All I have to do is say Strelky or shock guards. So let's try it. Strelky. There's a red flag Strelky. Let's put them into action here. Oh dear, they're already pounding us with mortars. Okay, so again, for unit spawning, so let's try shock guards now. Let's spawn it in this area. So the command for that is shock guards. Okay, so let's try it. Shock guards, and there's our shock guards. Alrighty. Now let's try to spawn. So for example, what is this? An IS-2 tank. So to do that, just point to where you'd like the vehicle spawned and say the command IS-2 tank. Okay, so let's try it. IS-2 tank. There's our IS-2 tank. Spawn using voice commands. Okay, so aside from IS-2, we could also try about this KV-1 tank. So let's try it. Let's try to spawn the KV-1 tank here. KV-1 tank. There's our KV-1 tank that going through the tank hall, right? How about some T-34R? So the tank with the riders. Let's try it. T-34R. There's a T-34R. Let's put them into action now. Okay. So there, spawning of vehicles. Okay. So about we spawn a medic truck. So to spawn a medic truck, again, just like any other vehicle or unit spawning, just point the words you'd like it spawned and then say command. So the command for the medic truck is medic truck. So let's try it. Medic truck. And there's our medic truck. You can also spawn another one anywhere you'd like it to. So how about you spawn it here? Let's try to look for an unusual place to spawn a medic truck. About here. So let's try it. Medic truck. There's a medic truck. Righty. Sorry about that, medic truck. Now, says here only one medic truck is available. Requires only one medic truck available, but we have already spawned two, and we could spawn another one. Medic truck. See? Doesn't matter. We can spawn anything, anywhere. So how about we spawn? We already have a sniper ace here, so no sniper ace option yet, but we could already spawn one. So the code for, or the command for the sniper ace is sniper ace. So let's try it. Let's spawn the sniper ace about here. Okay, it's right here. Sniper ace. There's our sniper ace. Bin. Alright. IS-2 tank. About an IS-3 tank. IS-3 tank. Let's do that again. IS-3 tank. There's another heavy tank there. Alright. So aside from spawning, we could also promote our units, our soldiers, so we could increase the veterancy level. So for that, just highlight them and then say promote. So let's try it. Promote.
Affirmative.
See, you heard that voice prompt saying that's affirming the promotion, and they are already promoted. So units, vehicles, base structures spawn. So how about say structures of our opponent. So let's try it. My favorite is the Flak 88 due to its long range capability. So let's try to spawn a Flak 88 beside this machine gun dugout. So the code or the command for that is add Flak or simply Flak. So let's try it. Let's try it. Here. Flak. Oops. Sorry, let's do that again. Flak. There's our Flak. Another one here. Flak. 2 Flaks now. About another one here. Flak. There you go. Let's see. Easy spawning of a Flak, which by the way is not inherent to your army, to the Soviets. Okay, so you can spawn another flag maybe here. Flag. You can spawn it anywhere actually. Maybe here. Spawn it here. Flag. See, that easy, huh? Okay. So aside from spawning of your opponent's structure, we could also use, as mentioned earlier, commander abilities. So one of the commander abilities of the Soviets is so-called God of War or artillery barrage ability. So to do that, just have to point to our target and say the phrase God of War. So let's try it. Let's try to drop artillery here on this mouse pointer. God of War.
Affirmative.
That affirmation surely would mean death to our opponent. Listen to that. Just listen to that. So that easy. Okay, that easy to use commander abilities even without going through this button here. Okay. So that's God of War ability. So how about some commander abilities that of your opponent? So one of the abilities of our opponent here is the Firestorm ability. So we could use that also. So let's try that. Again, you have to point to our intended target and say the command. So the command for Firestorm is just Firestorm. So let's try it. Firestorm.
Affirmative.
So that affirmation from our lovely lady in there would mean death to your pointed target. So there, that's Firestorm ability. A German ability being used by the Soviets. See? Alright. We have almost wiped them out here. Okay. Just for the sake of allowing this game to still, and this demonstration to still run, let's not waste them first or yet. Okay, so as you will notice now, it is already raining, so we could also change the atmosphere using voice commands. So to change, say for example, from a raining atmosphere to a sunny one, you could just use the command sunny atmosphere. So let's try it. Sunny atmosphere.
Affirmative.
And it is already sunny, right? Let's go back to normal camera view. See, that easy. All that done via voice activated commands. Okay, or maybe you'd like to go back to the default atmosphere. So to do that is you say default atmosphere. So let's try it. Default atmosphere.
Affirmative.
That's default atmosphere. And it sounds, and it looks a lovely map actually. Alright, or my preferred atmosphere is the teal. So to shift to that atmosphere, I just say preferred atmosphere. So let's try it. Preferred atmosphere.
Affirmative.
Yes, preferred atmosphere. my preferred atmosphere. Okay, so I guess that's about it about these voice activated trainer. Okay, so let's finish them off with the V1 rocket. So let's try this. To do that, you have to point to our target here and say the command V1 rocket. So let's try it. V1 rocket.
V1 rockets launched.
There's the confirmation from our lovely buddy there, and you can hear that sound. That would mean an impending doom for our opponent. The sound of death, and death is upon them. Let's wait. There's your V1 rocket. Not just one, but actually there's 10 of them. So let's try that again. So another phrase or command for the V1 rocket is artillery or rocket attack. So let's try it. Rocket attack.
V1
So
rockets
there's another
launched.
confirmation. Alrighty, let's wait for them to get pounded by their own rockets. They'd regret it. Let's wait. It's being launched from Germany. There you go. Not just one, not just two, but 10 rockets. See, they're wiped out. Okay, so let's finish them all off. Look for enemies. Oh, here. How about a firestorm here? Firestorm.
Affirmative.
Alright. Let's wait. There. He's dead. There. That's Firestorm ability by the Jerrys used against them by the Soviets. So let's try it here also. Firestorm.
Affirmative.
Okay. How about spawning our tanks here? IS-3 tank. IS-2 tank. Alright. Or D-34R maybe. D-34R. There. Very easy spawning. So let's finish them off with